Hi lingerie lovers, and welcome to a brand new Undie Mondays with me, Sammi Cole. Now this week we are talking bodies. No, not that kind of body. The kind of body we are looking at is more specifically a bodysuit. When I say bodysuit, what I mean is an all-in-one piece of clothing that covers your torso and fastens in between the legs, much like a swimming costume. But unlike a swimming costume, you don't have to be on a Miami beach to get away with wearing one. Now, bodysuits have become really popular in the last few months. You may have noticed them popping up quite a lot in your high street shops, online retailers, lingerie boutiques, sort of all over the place really. They have been made famous by a lot of celebrities, including, of course, the Kardashians, because of their skin-tight appearance and because they give a really nice smooth shape. Now, because bodysuits are anchored by your shoulders and also the fact they fasten between the legs, the effect you get is a really smooth one from top to toe. What it does is it creates this nice smooth line over tummies and over hips, which is perfect for anyone who finds that they are a bit of a problem area. What's also great about them is if you're wearing jeans or a skirt or anything like that and you don't want your top to roll up or anything like that, or you want to get the perfect tuck, bodysuits are great because they don't move, they stay tucked in all day long and they give you that really effortless look. Now, while a lot of bodies you will see on the high street are very suitable to being worn out during the day, festivals, nights out, some bodies you will find are more specific to the bedroom, much like the one being modelled by Jezebel here. And these kind of bodies are more commonly known as teddies. Quite why, I wish I knew. If anyone does know why they're called teddies, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know the reason behind that one. So when you're wearing one out and about, you don't really have to think as much about the fit because the only part that everyone's seeing is the same as you would see with a normal top. So this part of your body. But when you're wearing one in the bedroom, what you're doing is exposing a lot more of your figure, so it becomes slightly trickier to know exactly which style to choose. And luckily, that is why I'm here. I'm going to take you through all the little tips and tricks that you can use to find the perfect body for your bedroom. Okay, so tall people often struggle with bodies because what happens is you tend to get a kind of cutting in half effect if they don't fit right. And because you haven't really got a lot of give between these 2 points, it can sometimes be quite uncomfortable. But there are ways around it. So if you are quite tall or if you do have a long torso in relation to your legs, the best bet for you is to look for a body that has either adjustable spaghetti straps or a tie-up halter neck. So because you can adjust it really easily, it's much easier to be comfy and keep it looking great. If you're petite, you can find that you have a similar problem with the length of the body, and the best thing to do again, adjustable straps like with this one. Plus, this has also got a high cut hemline, which is great for making legs look longer if you're after the taller illusion, as it were. Now, if like Jezebel here, you find that you carry all of your weight on the upper part of your body, but you'd like to achieve a more hourglass shape, something like this body is perfect because it's got these high cut legs. They are slightly Baywatch, I know, but they do serve a purpose, which is to show off the outer curve of your hips in order to balance out the weight of your bust. You've also got underwired cups as well, so you get the extra support that you need, adjustable straps so that the body fit is perfect, anything like that. Any of these kind of details are great for getting that balanced look. If your measurements are roughly the same from bust, waist and hip, then you're probably what we would describe as a column body shape, which is quite straight all the way down. Now, quite often column figures are looking to create a little more curve, and the best way to do that is with a use of clever materials. So something like this bodysuit is great because what you've got here is a nice wet look neckline and also wet look fabric around the hips. Now what that will do is draw the eye to the fullest point. The V neckline is also perfect for showing your cleavage, as Jezebel is very ably demonstrating here. And this sheer fabric has got this lovely swirly pattern with these roses on it. And what that does is it helps to create the illusion of fuller looking curves. Plus with this one, I'm just going to show you the back because there's a really nice bit. So as you can see here, you've got this lovely rose print at the back. That draws the eye again to your bum when you turn around, which is great for accentuating those curves. Now, if you've got quite an even distribution of weight between your bust and your hips, but quite a narrow waist, then you've got what we like to call the classic hourglass figure. With an hourglass for the hottest bedroom look, I would suggest showing off that tiny waist of yours. So something like this, where you've got cut out sides that really accentuate your curves, is a great choice. It's also perfect because if you're slightly arm conscious, which I think a lot of us are, it's got these really flattering long lace sleeves. Plus you'll notice that there's a nice scoop neckline for showing off your cleavage as well. And finally, if you're a pear shape, which is to say you carry most of your weight on your hips, your bum and your legs, the thing you want to do is exactly the same as a lollipop figure would, but the other way round, which is to balance out the look of your hips. Best way to do that, drawing that eye upwards to your bust. Now something like this, where you've got cutaway shoulders, that will help broaden the look of your shoulders to balance out your hips. Another thing you want to take note of as well is exactly where the hemline sits. If you have something that comes too far up, you can find that that will exaggerate your hips and make them look even wider. But if you go too low, what can happen then is it minimises the length of your legs and makes them look a little bit shorter and can also make them look wider as well. Something like this, where it sits nicely in the middle, is the perfect alternative. I've got a few more just general tips about wearing bodysuits in the bedroom. You will find that if you have a smaller bust, higher necklines work really, really well for you. Something we touched on earlier briefly was the materials. They do make a big difference to how your bodysuit will look. Most of them will have a high stretch factor because you do have to pull them on over the body. If you find that you tend to be one size on the top and another size on the bottom, a great option is to look for something that is one size because they are extra stretchy and they normally have little details like ties or things like that, which can adjust the fit to suit you. As I said, satin and shiny materials will make other areas of your body look fuller. If you do want to accentuate a point, say if you wanted to make your hips look slightly broader, look for ruffles at the hemline, that's another great way of doing it, or ruffles at the bust if you want a fuller looking cleavage. If you're not comfortable leaving your legs bare when you're wearing a bodysuit, a nice pair of hold-ups is a great alternative. You can also get bodysuits that have suspenders from the hem as well if you're looking for that style. And the final thing to consider is the colour of the bodysuit that you're choosing as well. Something like this, where it is quite pale, will look better against darker skin tones. Alternatively, some of the black bodysuits we looked at earlier, they look great against most skin tones. It's all a matter of finding the colour that works for you. And if you know that you have a favourite colour or a palette that really suits you, make sure you apply that to the bedroom lingerie as well. So there you have it. That is how you find the perfect bedroom body just for you. Don't forget to click subscribe up in the corner above my head if you want to see me every single Monday with a brand new video. You'll also see Tilly on Sex Toys Ahoy every Thursday and Jess on Bondage Gone Wild every Friday. Don't forget to let me know in the comments below what you thought of the video, whether there's anything that you want to know more about, maybe you want to try a bodysuit but you're not exactly sure which body shape you are or which is the best kind to go for out of these options, maybe you fall somewhere between the two. Just drop a message, I'll get back to everybody. Thanks for watching and I will see you next Monday with a brand new video.